What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome. Hello YouTube. The best Tekken player in the world is gonna help you now work on your player 1 Wavedash. And thing is, every time I play Kazuya and I Wavedash like this, I feel bad because there's always some guy in the Twitch chat who writes and then a skull emote, meaning he's died. Many of these guys, you know, when they see me Wavedash, they nut so hard, they die from dehydration. I just thought of that joke like literally 10 seconds ago. That's how fucking funny I am. Okay. I'm getting real close at like cringe perfection. And that one was pretty good. But, this is the worst one yet. No, I have even more of those. I mean, don't even tempt me. You know, I can do this all day. But I am pretty smart though. I mean, all kidding and cringe aside, I have to say I'm pretty smart. I was like, oh, I wanna get a webcam on my fingers because I'm gonna explain the Wavedash. And how do I do this? And it just dawned upon me, I'm gonna hang the webcam on my t-shirt. And look at this. Don't pretend like you're not impressed. Do you know who's gonna shoot the next Steven Spielberg movie? Or Christopher Nolan? Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale. We're gonna make a fourth Dark Knight movie. We're gonna need that guy from YouTube, Main Man. Probably. But someone requested a player 1 Wavedash tutorial and I thought I could touch upon it. But first off, those of you on YouTube, check out my video on the Wavedash in general. I'm gonna link it in the comment section. It's really good to watch if you want to learn how to get a Wavedash. I'm just gonna touch briefly upon what makes player 1 Wavedash so awkward for many people. And it's mainly because here on player 2, it's a tad more natural for you to do this very complicated notation using basically your whole hand. You're allowed to use your thumb here, and I can use my fingers. They work in tandem, and I can do this extremely fast. And most people get a really good player 2 Wavedash. But most people never master a player 1 Wavedash. And when I think of this, I think of my gymnastics teacher who told me as a kid, and I don't know if this is accurate, but he said, I wanted to get a split desperately, you know, be able to, you know, hug the floor with my balls, with my feet to the sides, a split. And he told me, if you stretch a lot, most people can get a split, you know, or everyone can get a split. But a side split, you know, where your feet go towards your sides, many people will never be able to do that, no matter how much they stretch, because their hips will not allow it. And this rings true a little bit with player 1 Wavedash to me, because I know a lot of people who, they practice a lot, player 2 Wavedash, no problem, but they never get the player 1 Wavedash, no matter how much they practice. So again, it's quite easy to get a fast player 2 Wavedash on stick. I think you'll be able to make it, even you watching this right now. But on player 1, what makes it so awkward? It's because suddenly we won't be able to use our thumb here, unfortunately. So that means we'll have to do the motion using the palm of our... Oh, look at that wrinkly hand. Jesus, this lighting is not doing me any favors right now. No, wait, I'm gonna stretch it. Oh, it's actually not very old. Look at this. Look at this. That's a beautiful hand. But we're gonna use the palm of our hand instead of a thumb, and we'll use this part. So not on player 2, you see, I dab with the tip of my fingers, like this. I use my tips. But on player 1 Wavedash, we will be using the palm and the very first part of the fingers here. I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but we will not be using the tips. We'll be using only this section here is where the stick will remain. God damn, this camera angle is amazing. I feel like talking like this for several hours because it's a la la la. I don't know, it just looks so professional. But it looks like this. if I do it quickly. And as you can see, I'm one of the very few people who can do an amazing player 1 Wavedash. But it's because I'm kind of the best at this in the world. But so let's break this down. So what I do is, and again, I do want you guys to watch my Wavedash guide, the original guide I made. It's really good. So I'm gonna link it in the YouTube section, comment section. But so what I do is I tap forward again using this, bam, and then you hit down. By doing so, you're gonna hug the stick like so. And here, you do not release, of course, because there's no neutral here. You just slide to the side like this. So what this looks like quickly is bam, and then let go of the stick because we need the neutral. And then down, slide, like this. So quickly, you can't even see everything because, of course, it's very fast, but it's dap, dap, dap. And honestly, it took me, you have no idea how long time it took me to be able to do it this quickly. Because it's quite a complicated motion compared to player 2. It's just thumb like this and, you know, down like so. You can even do it, I mean, either you can do it like this, or you can use the tip of your fingers. There's just there's quite the leeway, you know, with the P2 motion. You can't... There's lots of different ways to do it effectively, whereas with player 1, there's really only one technique. And it's just a complicated motion considering you're not using your thumb. As it's less fingers doing the motion, or it's just one part of your hand doing the motion. That's why it's so slow compared to player 2. On player 2, you have thumb and the rest of the fingers working in tandem, whereas on player 1, you really only have this doing the entire motion. Bam, bam, bam. So I just want to stress, why is it so hard for you to master this? Well, because it's just very difficult due to only one part of your hand doing the entire motion. And yeah, due to that, it's going to be very hard to just get the basic motion down, let alone doing it very quickly. But as I stress in my Wavedash guide, you're going to start very, very slowly. You know, like she said, that very special night, slow down, Buster. Do it very, very slowly. Get the technique down and then increase in speed. You know, it's like with that goes pretty much for everything. And most of you trying to do the Wavedash, you just do this, you know, and it's just not working out, and you nut immediately within 15 seconds. No one's very happy, you know. Well, maybe you, but no one else. So again, do it very, very slowly. Build technique and muscle memory. The only reason I can do this very quickly is because the very first times I did it very... Well, sorry, the very first times, let's say the first few months, I did it very slowly. And due to that, I can do it very quickly now, because I don't even think of the motion I'm doing. It's just, it's very natural to me. It's muscle memory. So again, that is pretty much the most important thing about learning anything in Tekken that requires very precise execution. You do it very slowly, you build muscle memory, and then very naturally you'll be able to increase in speed. It's just, to me, it's common sense, but a lot of people just don't understand that. So again, forward release, like so. The best starting block is just doing two in a row slowly. Make sure, do the technique slowly, make sure you can do a regular crouch dash, then just do 2 of them. And the best way to deconstruct this is crouch dash into standing. So I do a crouch dash and tap forward. So Kazuya's back shoots up like that. This is a crouch dash. He very slowly raises his back. If I add a forward, you see crouch dash, but his back shoots up quickly, as you can see. Oh shit. Like so. That's step 2. Step 1, crouch dash. Step 2, do crouch dash, cancel into standing. And step 2, double crouch dash. Do it slowly, like so. Third step, double crouch dash, cancel into stand. So his back shoots up again. And step 4, you'll do a triple. And from there, make sure you do it, you apply this in matches. If you want to learn to player 1 Wavedash properly, you're going to have to, when you play against friends, you know, player matches or ranked battle, play on player 1, skip player 2, play on player 1 if you're very serious about this. And make sure during the matches, you apply your crouch dash or wave dash. No matter how slow, clunky, or bad it is, try and apply it in matches. The more you do it, the quicker you're gonna master it. Make sure it's not something you only do in practice mode. Like that way it's gonna take you much longer. So no matter how bad it is, apply it in your versus play. Yeah, so I just hope this is clear to everyone what I'm doing here. Tap, down, and then just hug it, you know, keep hugging it, and take it to the right, like so. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that made a few things clear about the player 1 Wavedash, what makes it so difficult, and how you should deconstruct it to do it as well as possible with little time. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys.